and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland, the last stop in Yuma County. I'm your co-host, Denali.
I'm your co-host, Ryan, and I'd like some biscuits and gravy.
So today, welcome. Thanks for coming, guys. I have a collection for you of
Damn it.
4 knives. All right.
Oh,
I
was hoping to order 2.
You're getting
actually.
4 for the price of 3.
I didn't know that this was a part of the deal.
It's always a part of the deal. You signed up for the whole package.
I saw the flyer. I saw the flyer and it said, yeah.
I didn't know the Yuma County timeshare included a mandatory pitch to go here. Like, I just purchased.
It was the first sentence in the timeshare.
Yeah,
okay, well,
I feel like it was smaller than the free lunch, though.
Okay. Let me get through this. This is quick. I don't need to fluff it up.
Let's just get this through. Let's get through this, Ryan.
4 knives for the price of 5. Okay. You get
it's a pretty good deal.
You get the toe cutter. You get a dull bread slicer.
The toe cutter?
Don't ask questions about it. There's a pocket knife.
Aren't you selling these?
I have nothing but questions.
And the final knife you get to pick from a bucket.
A bucket? Are they open?
Yes.
That sounds really dangerous.
Yeah, it's a choose your own knife. It is in a dark room.
No, I think I'd rather have you like pull them out of the bucket before I stick my hand in it. That just seems like a good way to
They're
get
probably
cut.
point down.
Second line of the timeshare. They're pointed everywhere.
Where'd you find these? Why'd you organize them like this?
A lot of people, they get the 4 knives for the price of 5, and then they don't want all 5 of them. So
It
they
seems
throw it in
like.
the bucket.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like I could go to the store and I could get 4 knives for the price of 4.
you could.
You can get the free knife.
I
Ryan.
think I'm. Yeah.
That's not my pitch.
So I'm gonna take the biscuits and gravy.
You can't get a second lunch. You ate one already.
Can I have?
No, I haven't
knife?
gotten the first one really because remember you said you were gonna do this first. So.
Okay. Yeah. Biscuits were made fresh yesterday.
Ah, fuck. You also noticed that?
That's my favorite line in the movie. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, that was
It's
funny.
BJ's.
I didn't. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta introduce yourself. Yeah. Welcome to our podcast. I forgot the name of the movie in the middle of me introducing it.
It
but I'm glad
doesn't
we got
exactly roll off the tongue, and you have to be somewhat familiar with like geography to know.
Not everyone knows. Yeah. What Yuma County is.
To know words.
Yuma.
Yeah, I mean, unless you've seen 310 to Yuma or are familiar with driving to Tucson from Los Angeles, I feel like you wouldn't pass through Yuma County. It's the name of the restaurant in this movie, and I feel like that's why they didn't get a lot of customers. Yeah. You know, not a lot of name recognition there. You need a good name for your restaurant.
Wait, so do you have to go out of the way to get to this place?
To get to this,
You said it was this isn't a direct line from somewhere in Arizona to California on a major highway?
Yeah, this is on like the 5, I think, or some shit. Like it's on like a pretty major highway. Probably not the 5.
Dude, are they just preying on people that are idiots and there's actually another gas station 5 minutes down the road that's like, we sell alligator tails. They're
Dude, I
pickled.
feel like this is a fucked up road because every single person in this movie is out of gas.
Well, that's what it's like down there. And driving through Canada is the same way. Up to Alaska, the Alcan, there's some gas stations that you have to stop at because it's a couple hundred miles to the next one. And a lot of them will have like little diners and stuff. And so I totally get that. It reminds me of Cars. You know Cars?
Yeah. Is there one in Chicken?
Cars?
Is there a gas station in Chicken?
Chicken's a little bit off the road. That's to Dawson. Yeah, I haven't been up there. But there definitely is. But like, yeah, that whole area, like Toke and then Beaver Creek and then to Whitehorse is a city. But then you get onto like Destruction Bay, Kluwani Junction, Watson Lake. You got to stop in those places.
You know all the spots.
That's wild.
That's
a lot.
I've never done the drive myself.
This particular place reminds me a lot of Liard Springs and like Liard River. It's a river that comes through the northern BC. And you got to stop through there. And they have like a hot spring and a little restaurant and everything, and you have to stop at their gas station and get gas. It's pretty cool.
We should do a travel show. Let's do like one out of every like 20 episodes. We do a travel show and we kind of like talk about where to go, you know, in the world. I feel like we can be like the travel experts.
Let me tell you.
Well, we could remake this in Canada.
So do we stop?
Yeah.
The last stop.
Stop the recording.
We'll stop right now, and then we'll cut back after the trip.
Get your
and then
keys.
we'll tell everybody about it.
Don't
okay?
tell Amber. I'm not telling Yuri.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be back.
Let's
tell
go
Julie.
right now. Where are we going?
To Liard River, BC.
Okay. All right.
All right. Hey, guys, that was pretty good. Man, I feel refreshed.
That was a long trip, guys.
What? Oh, yeah, but you didn't get in the water.
Guys, I didn't expect to be gone for a year.
Yeah, you didn't get in the water, man. The water made it all fine. I just blinked and I woke up.
You guys were unresponsive for like months. I was just out there dragging your unconscious bodies.
Why'd you shave my...
They were really bad.
Dude,
And you know what? It's like taking a dog to the vet to get its nails cut.
You've been asleep for 8 months. I'm very well pampered. My nails haven't grown at all. Is this a fresh haircut?
I spent hours a day grooming you,
Smell
too.
like Barbasol.
Wait, so you guys have never been down to Arizona? You've never done this drive?
No, I've been to Arizona, but I've never been to Yuma County. My grandparents used to winter there, so I do know a bit about it.
I think it's a spot that a lot of people in Los Angeles know. Like if you're ever driving outside of California, most people have like done some sort of this drive, like when you're going to Texas or in Arizona or New Mexico. So I feel like this is in people's minds. This director was talking about like this movie, or he was like, I was in a truck stop, like literally in this spot when he was like living in LA.
I've never been to Arizona. I'm going later this month for the first time ever.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's why I've never been to Arizona.
The northern part is really rad. Like
That part's
up by
great,
the
yeah.
Grand Canyon, Mesquite area. That place is pretty dope. And then like Flagstaff. It's all really high up, you know, like it's not like a low desert, you know, like Death Valley sort of stuff. It's pretty cool. It's mountains.
I'm going to Tucson.
Oh, well then you're fucked.
The Dirty T.
Is that what it's called?
Is
that what the
heard
city's
that
called?
That is used disparagingly to call it a Dirty T or something.
Dirty Tea?
Yeah.
My God. I think there's a college there.
I think that's why it might be called Dirty T. I think there's like a...
The University of Arizona's in Tucson, right? And then Arizona State's in Phoenix.
Tempe, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I mean, look, it's weird being in a city with no trees. Like coming from Seattle, and you go to like a city like in Arizona where it's just bare. Even like even in Los Angeles where you just fly in and you see it and it's just all brown and you're like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, it's a gorgeous day, and it's just like the most placid like blue sky, no fucking clouds, no goddamn trees. It's just like you just see lizards on the ground and just like these like
It's just not
tan
the
buildings.
biome for me.
It's a little harsh. Do you guys want to get into this movie? Because I feel like we just want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to debrief on. Folks at home, this movie's not on streaming. It had a very limited theatrical release. If you want to see this shit, I think you have to like spend money and rent it. I don't know if this thing is like in print.
Yeah, but it might be worth it. Is it maybe that's the debate topic
Yeah.
we'll come around on at the end. Is that is it worth it for like a daytime watch? A nighttime watch? Invite
It's-
people over?
It's a
Split
maybe.
the cost?
You got $3. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe give it a shot and come back.
Yeah, for a street taco, you know, you could get a little entertainment.
So, Jace, you picked this movie, right?
I picked
I don't
this
know where
movie.
you found it. Like, tell us what the deal is, where you found it, why you picked it, and
Yeah.
maybe the synopsis.
I picked the movie because it was touted by a lot of movie buffs on the internet as like one of the best movies of 2023, but I had never heard of it. I was hoping that you hadn't heard of it. Neither of you had heard of it either or watched it. And a fun little indie flick. The movie, The Last Stop in Yuma County, I feel like I haven't watched a movie that literally has like 12 people in it. And that's it.
Yeah, not a lot of extras in this movie.
Yeah, it's no Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed.
A
So
lot of extras in that
A
movie.
lot of extras. You'd be surprised at how many extras there are. They go to airports and on
Yeah.
airplanes and theme parks. Yeah,
It's what it's
crazy.
known for. So
there's that whole Monsters Unleashed is the first. What's the second one? Or is Monsters Unleashed the second one?
Monsters Unleashed is the second Scooby-Doo. That's why they had the more budget for the more extras.
Oh,
And
really?
And they had the whole
Whoops.
scene in the museum with the like 300 people
Yeah.
dressed in.
Yes, it was hundreds of extras. It was
Regardless, let's go back to yeah.
Okay, starring, and I'm just gonna go down: Jim Cummings, Jocelyn Donahue, Sierra McCormick, Nicholas Logan, Michael Abbott Jr., Connor Paulo, Alex Esso, Robin Bartlett, John Proudstar, Sam
No one
Huntington,
knows these
Ryan
guys.
Mason, Barbara Crampton, Gene
You don't know
Jones,
Barbara
Faison Love,
Crampton?
Richard Brake. Anyway, that's all. That's the cast.
that's
no
too many
extras.
names. There's no way that was
doesn't
that
matter.
many
Name the
people.
baby.
I'm just like, it is astounding how little people there are in this movie to me. It was very surprising. It was refreshing. The story is about a knife salesman who gets stranded in the last stop in Yuma County, a gas station slash motel slash diner, famous for its rhubarb pie. He gets stranded along with like 9 of the other 12 people that are in this movie because an old Mennonite man driving a gas truck had a heart attack and drove off the road. And
They're
anyway,
out of
so
gas.
They're out
Everybody's
of gas.
out of gas.
Everybody's
Yeah.
out of gas.
The gas
And-
It's
station's
like
out
Mad
of gas.
Max. Yeah.
Yeah. And two guys roll up in a lime green Pinto that had
It's a
robbed a
forest
bank
green.
to the tune of $700,000, I think. And yeah, it's kind of everybody against everybody. I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
700. That's like because this movie clearly takes place in like
In
the
like the
70s.
70s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like $700,000. I feel like nowadays, obviously, life-changing amount of money.
Well, let's do the inflation calculator.
Beep, beep, boop, 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 boop.
Okay. In 1975, $700,000.
Oh my God, $5.2 million.
I got a different number.
What?
But that's still that's a lot of money.
Oh, this is an item cost calculator. That's not the right way.
I got 4.1 mil.
That's insane.
Wow.
That's a good amount of money, dude. And that's like back when banks had like cash in like those big like sacks with like the money sign on them.
Yeah. And
you can
it
just-
sounded
yeah.
like you were running across like glass when you ran away with it.
And it's like it's like one big sack that they have. And you're like, give me all your money, suckers.
And it kind and as you're running, it kind of goes up and down and jingles out, and like coins and dollars fall out.
The bills, the bills keep flying out, and you're like, "Oh, I'll get you." Yeah, they don't do that. Like they don't do that anymore.
No, the bills are heavier.
And they got die packs in them. They're like,
Oh yeah, with they shoot. Okay, so the die packs do they shoot a paintball at your face? Like, is that how it works?
They do, but
explode.
the more important thing is to die the money.
Why? Who cares
Yeah.
about the money?
Well, because then you can't do anything with it.
Why not?
Because it's
You
got
can still
dye
s-
over it, and people are like, this is stolen money.
yeah.
I've seen people like wipe their butts with fucking bills, and I've taken it.
Yeah, well, poop isn't light purple.
Poop comes off.
Okay, so wait,
This
so
is dye.
if it has pink on it, you're saying that nobody will take it?
Well, it's usually not pink, first off.
Yeah.
But it's not that nobody will take it. It's that it's extremely like it sucks. Like you're no
Yeah.
longer anonymous. It's like stealing money and all the bills are serialized, and so they know exactly what bills you stole.
And the money says, I was stolen. And then, you know.
Yeah, but like I feel like I've accepted so much cash, like when I worked at the pizza shop, like of just different. Like I didn't even pay attention what was on it, right? Like you could go
Well,
and
it's
like
not
get a nice
Denali.
dinner.
It's not that Denali wouldn't
Yeah.
really accept this. It's that you're gonna get caught eventually if you try to spend $700,000 in cash all over the place, and it's all
Yeah.
dyed.
And
Well,
you
put
take
it
it to
in, like-
another bank and somebody's like, hey,
Yeah.
why is your money this color?
I shot it with a paintball. Well, okay, so
I'm a
You're
paintball
saying if I-
salesman.
Hasn't been invented yet. I got this new proprietary technology.
so yeah, you'd have to digitize it somehow. You have to put it in Venmo or something in order to clean it, right? Like how do you
You just
have to
launder it.
Yeah.
put it in the wash and make the dye go away?
Take it to
Yeah,
the dry
that's what
cleaner.
that's what those organizations are for. Money laundering.
Is to clean the dye off?
Yeah. Mattress
feel like-
stores, because they have to have big machines to wash all the mattresses.
And you
Pizza
don't want
shops
Yeah, your
Yeah,
money to fly everywhere. So you
to
put
wash
the
all the
money in the
pizza
mattress.
stones.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I feel like whoever figures out a way to remove dye from dollar bills, I feel like would make a shitload of money for like bank robbers, right? Because you would like if I knew that thing, you would go to me, and I would just literally wash your bills, and I'd keep like a few, as payment, right?
I think bank robbing is just down in
Yeah.
general.
I think
Because of that, like it would be back up again if I learned how to get rid of the dye.
I think there's a bunch of other reasons, man. I think first off, those big screens they put up for COVID,
Yeah.
those serve multiple purposes.
It keeps the bag behind like a plastic thing.
So
And then also-
I can only give you $20 at a time. Okay, if you want all 700,000, we're gonna be here for hours.
I have to enter a code for every $20 I give you. They're trying to kill the bank tellers. I feel like that's too. Just make it easier to get the money.
Oh yeah, the banks don't give a shit about the tellers. Oh yeah,
I feel
no,
like you
absolutely
just
not.
Let them. They're like, you have to fight.
Like, it's in your contract.
You have to fight.
Well, I don't really feel like a piece of paper with words on
don't-
it should dictate
I
my
don't
actions because I'm a human.
You have to fight to kill. Unfortunately,
No, it says it on the
You
paper.
have to
It's
kill that
printed
man.
out. Like it's printed. We even have a sign. It's laminated.
You have to take mandatory
fuck,
company
it's
karate.
laminated.
Bank of America karate. It's how to break someone's wrist when they're holding a bag of money.
Today you'll be taking the course How to Be a Hero in a Bank Robbery. Okay, the bank robbers may tell you they won't hurt you if you just step away from the button, but
That's a lie. Hit that button as fast as you can. They can't shoot you legally if you hit the button.
Yeah, it's illegal to shoot you.
It's
So they won't do it.
So they won't do it. You have to protect
Remind
the money.
them that they'd be committing a crime.
Excuse me, sir. Are you aware that it's illegal in the state of Delaware to steal this money with a gun? I see you pistol whipped Frank the security guard back there. Are you aware that is also illegal?
I know you think you'd get away scot-free because I wouldn't be able to chase you if I was shot in the face. But that is another crime, believe it or not.
Quite frankly, I've got a great memory, and I'll be able to identify your lips in a lineup.
I could draw you completely from memory, all right? But keep in mind, don't let this tempt you. That is illegal to shoot me. And I'll do it. I'll tell him. What were we talking about?
This fucking movie.
We got distracted by the idea of die and money.
Yeah. Oh wait. Sorry. Okay. So is it a paintball though? Like, because that would really fucking hurt. Like, how does
It's not really a paint. It's not a paintball. It's dye.
I feel like you can get a concussion if a paintball gun shot.
It's not a
at you
paintball gun. There's not a paintball
away.
gun in there shooting projectiles at you. It's a pack, and that's why the exploding all over your face is like if their face is in the bag. I think it's more of like it's just a pack of dye that goes off.
Can I ask a question? Why the fuck do they have these bags in the bank if they're just gonna explode when you open them? Like, how is the employee supposed to use that?
Oh my
like,
god, Denali. I feel like that's the reason they have them. What are you talking about?
what
It's
do you
only
mean?
for the robbery situation. They
Why
only
do they
put
have-
the bags, the dye in the bags they give to the robbers.
Why are they keeping bags just for robbers?
Because if they didn't, the robbers would still take money.
Wait, the money's only there for the robbers to take?
No. The dye packs are only there for the robbers to take.
Okay, so why do they put money in them?
Because the robbers are going to take money no matter what. The robbers are there for the money. So if you don't put a dye pack in it, they're going to leave with money and it doesn't have a dye pack in it. Or you can put a dye pack in it.
But the robbers don't know the dye pack's in there.
Right.
Correct.
So they stole the money.
Yeah.
Yes.
The dye pack goes off. Now the money's destroyed.
Right.
It's red.
So why did the bank
red,
do
yeah.
this?
Why did the bank do
Because
that?
you can just take money out of circulation and print
Because
new money.
money-
and
it's
it
all
hasn't changed
insured,
the
baby.
amount of money that was there. Yeah.
And because they're working to discourage people from doing this because it makes you easier to get caught. You get dye all over yourself. You can't spend the money.
Dye packs are used to foil robberies in over 75% of banks in the U.S.
Oh, so there's like a whole quarter that don't use them.
That's your takeaway?
Guys,
Be careful with statistics, folks.
well, it's like if you rob, if you
If I
rob,
rob four, I'll
banks.
eventually get away with it.
I've been dye packed 3 times this week. I think the next one's gonna pop.
It doesn't matter if you get away with one. It matters if you get caught for one.
I've had to burn $75,000 worth of dyed cash. It doesn't seem that hard to rob a bank, I think.
Oh, it's extremely easy to rob the bank. Yeah, robbing the bank is super, super, super easy. Yeah.
I rob the
Then
bank
what's-
all the time.
Getting away with it is the hard part.
Yeah. You robbed the bank, Jace?
Yeah, they think you're only gonna take 1 mint. Idiots.
You know what? Those pens are free
Yeah.
if you pull hard enough. They're like, we're going to give this one to you. It's
They're
like a
like
test. It's like one of those
Yeah.
strength tests at the fair.
Oh, yeah.
Free pens for strong people.
Yeah, it's like you know those marshmallow tests they did for like kids to see how good they are, like when they leave them with a marshmallow in the room, because
Yeah.
like the pen's right there and they
That's the
turn
pen.
around and they're like okay, I'm just gonna do some I'm gonna get your check over here, and you're sitting there with the pen and the pen's just looking right at you and it says First National Bank on it and you're like, I can't take that.
I gotta have that
And they
pen.
turn-
This is
yeah.
the First National Bank.
Yeah, I think it's easy. I think it's easy to rob a bank. I feel like if we all robbed a bank, like if all there's like 400 million people in the U.S.
Mhm.
If we all decided collectively to rob the banks, I feel like they couldn't stop us. And I feel like if 400 million people all agreed to take dyed money, I feel like we'd be good. So I'm gonna start a bank robbing union, and us 3 are gonna start it. The 3 of us are all part of the bank robbing union, and we'll all agree once the time comes, each of us will rob a bank.
Okay. Why?
So that we can get the money, Ryan.
So
Oh.
anyway, in the last stop in Yuma County, the knife salesman ends up at this gas station.
With 2 criminals who are one of them is about as smart as Denali.
You don't know if they're criminals, Ryan. Alleged criminals. They haven't been prosecuted, Ryan. You should learn that in lawyer school.
A criminal.
I didn't see any evidence that they robbed anything.
A
to be
criminal
honest.
is not someone who gets convicted.
So it could be anyone.
A criminal is someone who commits a crime. A felon is someone who gets convicted.
Okay. Well, you'll be hearing from my lawyer about this.
Okay.
Okay. When you read knife salesman on like the movie description, were you guys thinking mall ninja knives or were you thinking cutlery?
I didn't read the movie description.
I also did not.
I went in blind. I watched this daytime. This was a good choice, I think, but I just popped this movie on with my coffee at like 7:30 this morning.
Oh.
Wow, same day. Shit.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought this guy was like a mall ninja knife salesman because I forgot about Cutco and like that whole thing where you door-to-door sales.
Oh,
I
you
was just
said
thinking,
you heard knife and you were like, "Oh, we got a weeb over
My
here."
like
blade.
ninja, like ninja knives, like because that's my only
They were
conception
Japanese
of buying.
branded. I thought they were going to be
They
Tony
are.
Stars.
And it's like you guys bought state fair shit, right? Like, have we talked about this before? Like going to state fairs and just buying the mall ninja shit. Like,
I just
Yeah,
wanna be
oh,
clear,
God, yeah.
22 minutes ago, we were like, should we talk about the movie?
I'm sorry.
No. Keep going.
Well, okay, like you guys probably bought those like throwing stars, like the little slingshot that like shoots a knife at a tree, like the blow dart. You guys have that stuff growing
I
up?
bought a
yeah.
lot of geodes. I was a geode buyer at the state fair.
Oh yeah, you can't really hurt someone. Well, I guess you can. Like,
You
get
could throw a
good-
fucking rock at somebody's head.
Goddamn
you
geode.
could do that.
He's the geode killer. He buys
really
their
specific. At
he
all
buys
these
their
state fairs.
birthstone. Yeah,
Those state fairs are cash only, you know.
Oh,
I didn't
Hard to
sell him
track.
that opal. Yeah, I remember a friend of mine. He had a shuriken. Like he bought a shuriken. He like saved up to get like a real shuriken. This from the state fair. It looked like something from Blade, where it was like curved and stuff. And he's like, check this out. And I couldn't believe he did this. He threw it, and it fucking lodged into his living room wall. Just threw it straight at the wall, and it stuck. And he got in huge. I don't know why he did this. He like literally took the shuriken and just threw it straight at the wall like a complete maniac. And this is like we were like 10 years old, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. So it's like burned into my head whenever I see like mall ninja shit. Wow. We had a blow dart gun that had actual.
So me and my friends used to
nails.
blow dart into the drywall all the
the
time.
blow dart gun, yeah. And then they have those like dull blow darts where you can blow.
My
and
friend
actually
Michael
hit
and I
somebody.
used to blow dart into the wall all the time.
You don't need a license for a blow dart gun, which is like fucking incredible. Like imagine you get a car like a minor fender bender, and you get out of the car and you undo like a telescope of blow dart gun, and they're like, "Whoa, Jesus Christ, what are you doing?" Like that's the most threatening thing. Like you're like loaded up with the blow dart. They see you put the dart in the chamber, and you're like ready to blow, and you're aiming at them. Like that's scarier than a gun, I think. Because you don't know what's about to happen.
I would flick the glass of my car and be like,
Okay, well, you both get out of the
thing
car.
about the blow gun is that like when anybody can have a gun.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
shown in this movie, even people who don't know how to use guns can just have a gun. And so you never really know. You don't have
bless
any
America.
reason to believe necessarily that this person is going to be effective with this.
Yeah.
If someone rolls up with a blow gun, like a blow dart gun,
I have
you're
no
like,
idea what's about to happen.
Only an expert would whip that out in this situation.
And if it telescopes out too, like they pull it out of their the back of their pants.
If it's got
and
like
they're
a holding,
"What's
like
up?"
a carrying case.
It's also like the possibilities are endless about what is about to come out of that thing.
Yeah.
And like what
Could be
where it's
poison.
gonna hit you. It could be poison.
I'd almost rather be shot.
you get out. They're like, that dart has his insurance info on it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in a hurry. I can't talk. Yeah, there's message blow darts, the poison, and then there's just like the standard.
Or
And
what if the
Exploding tip blow
you have a
darts.
blow dart and you blow into it, you have a gun, blow dart gun, and you into it, and out the end becomes one of those flags, and it unrolls, and it says blow.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it says futunk,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, that's funny.
You whip out a gun.
But then it says bang. Blow gun with a vaccine on it. Yeah, take that.
Holy shit. I feel like the Republicans would respect that.
Yeah, what that? What if we shot it at you?
It's like the senior the senior water thing where they have to some people get the squirt guns and you have a
So it's
target.
like
I don't
senior
want to
homes?
say senior squirt day, but I think that's what it's called. I didn't want to say that.
Is
But
this at senior homes?
There's like a thing. Like remember oh god. I'm gonna sound crazy if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but I thought we had something like this in high school.
Are you the like assassin thing where you get a target and you have to? I thought it was like a sticky note, but a squirt
no, but
day.
a lot of them have squirt guns now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because these are teenagers, not. I was thinking senior citizens.
I was
like,
also imagining he was talking
Elderly.
about like 80-year-olds in a home, and I was like, "What is he fucking?"
That'd be fun, dude. We should give them squirt guns.
Yeah,
Just give blow darts.
we should give old people in homes blow darts.
Okay, so this movie
No, we should talk about this.
opens up with essentially our main. I guess he's the main character, Jim Cummings.
I don't know.
The knife
You know, I
salesman.
thought
He's
that-
kind of the main character, but we don't really get his perspective. But
Yeah.
I think maybe the diner is the main character. But he
Oh,
rolls
I
up.
don't like that,
He's
Ryan.
told there's no gas. The gas truck hasn't come all day.
Yeah.
Old man and night man's
Then
dead.
we go in, and then he's told by the guy who runs the gas station, sort of. Oh yeah, gas truck's late, so you can wait in the diner.
It's true.
He does. Eventually, more people show up, and more people and more people. But one of the people who shows up and is waiting for gas, or I guess two of them, are the bank robbers.
Allegedly.
That's where we got to before the last diatribe. The bank robbers from the radio. And so that's sort of the catalyst, is that Jim Cummings recognizes them and tells the waitress, Charlotte?
I think so.
Tells Charlotte, and the antics sort of kick off. And then every time someone else shows up and is out of gas, they have to wait in the diner. And eventually the tension builds when I think that there's 10 people in the diner. And later on it comes out in a joke, but everybody has a gun.
Everyone's strapped the fuck up in this
And
movie.
it turns
Except
into
the
this
knife
huge
salesman.
except for the knife. Yeah, he still has knives though. It becomes kind of a Chekhov's gun. And eventually
knife.
there's a big standoff. And what'd you guys think of that?
Whoa.
The build up.
Should we walk our way up there? Or do you guys want to talk about the build?
I mean, there's not too
Let's
much to
fucking
we
do it.
walking up. That's kind of how we
That's
get there,
true.
right?
Okay, yeah.
it
ahead,
was
Dave.
kind of. I guess I like the build up. I like the dumber of the two salesmen, the guy who always points at things with his pinky and his finger.
Oh, Dumber of the Robbers, you mean?
Yeah,
The
allegedly.
Bigfoot for president?
I mean, the build up, Ryan, I wasn't expecting at all. I think initially in the movie it was kind of slow. I was kind of not really that invested. But I think once the guns came, I love those scenes
The
where the guns come
snowball,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, where everyone's pointing guns at each other like Pirates of the Caribbean. I think that's fucking great. And then everyone's pointing back and forth. And then the way that scene shakes out was very unexpected.
Very unexpected.
I've said that there are 12 people in this movie, and in that scene, 8 of them die.
It trims down fast, dude. I was like, holy shit.
I liked how it wasn't just we got one scene that wasn't set in the sheriff's office or the diner, right? We got this scene where this young couple is we want to be cool criminals on the run, but we don't have nothing to rob or anything. And then they show up to the diner at this miraculous time, also out of gas. And they bring the only outside perspective. It wasn't going to be a two-way street, as in, we're robbers, we have money, we need to get out of here. And then the other people, we want to live, but also don't hurt Charlotte. And that was kind of the original standoff. But then these other people bring in this third point of view, as in oh, there's some money here. I could probably maybe get some of it. So maybe I should help the robbers.
Yeah.
And I thought that tension between the side characters and the robbers, when one of the stupid robber was we're not giving you shit, and then they started negotiating with the side characters. I thought that was a really
that was
unique perspective to the classic standoff.
Yeah, and you don't really know what's going to happen either, because you see that they go back and forth, they come to an agreement, and then slowly you build so much attachment. I mean, they make you build attachment, right? Characterizations. You get to know the waitress. You start kind of rooting for her because she's kind of outsmarting them and doing shit. She
and
pulls
failing at every turn. Yeah,
she pulls out one of those hibachi knives or whatever the fuck that she had from that guy, and you think, I mean, at least I'm primed to think that she's gonna stab a guy and get away.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's gonna happen. And they're like, "Would you just do it already?" And she stabs and then just gets shot in the back of the head. I was like, "Oh my god!" It was shocking.
instantly shot in the heart. So I watched that scene. So I rewatched
Was
it.
the heart?
I rewatched it just because. So she's pulling out the knife. The old guy tells her to just get it over with. So she pulls out the knife and kicks off the action by stabbing bank robber 1 in the leg.
Yeah.
She falls and gets shot in the back as the old man simultaneously shoots bank robber 1, at which time bank robber 2 shoots old lady through the chest into old man. Which causes the only guy with gas in the town, to turn and shoot the intruder, who in turn shoots him, and then the guy with gas gets shot. I was wondering who got.
Oh,
who got
I'm
shot
glad. Thank you
first,
for
and
running me
then-
through that. Yeah, because I was wondering how each person died. I was like, how did that guy get shot? I feel like no guns were pointed at him.
Yeah, and then so one of the bank robbers hasn't been shot yet, and the knife salesman hasn't been shot, and then there's the woman side character hasn't been shot. So then there's 3 people, and then it gets kind of a Departed situation where somebody will walk in, shoot someone else, and then it'll be revealed that this person's still alive, so they get shot, and then it's kind of this like rotating batch of this person, like rock paper scissors almost, until the knife salesman's the last guy. And I thought that was really interesting. It reminded me of a lot of the Hateful Eight, and which has, I think, the most chaotic, like more than this, like the most chaotic sudden explosion of violence. And I thought that this is very obviously like an homage, not really an homage, but an attempt at doing the same thing that the Hateful Eight's doing. And I like these types of movies. I absolutely do. It's a self-contained idea. And how do you build tension in this? And this movie did it with a simple premise, constant introduction of new people to really raise the stakes. And then the dramatic music playing scene where everybody looks at the weapon that they're about to use. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I felt a lot of Tarantino in this movie.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of homages to that. I mean, also like it's giving like No Country for Old Men. I feel like and they share an actor too in this movie.
The old man.
But like I was not liking some of the Tarantino isms I feel like they were trying to do in this movie. Like the bits of humor I think weren't working for me like tonally in this movie. I think some of like the like absurdity, I think it was just pulling me out. Like I think you need to go a little more straight if you're gonna do something this shocking, because otherwise kind of the quirkiness, and we're gonna maybe talk about that with like how the knife guy ends up in this other situation. It was kind of pulling me out a little bit. I wanted him to dial in a little bit, because the knife guy, the chain of events that happens to him after this,
After the shooting,
he becomes the worst of the batch, right? Like,
yeah, he spirals. And this is like a theme in like movies, right? Where it's like the most moral retribution happens to the one character who starts good and kind of breaks bad a little bit. Like if they stray from the moral path, they get the biggest comeuppance, you know, where it's like this guy initially, he's like the goody two shoe. He didn't do anything wrong. He's just like, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here.
I want to go see my daughter. She's in a beach town.
Yeah. And he makes one decision where he's like, look, everyone's dead. Maybe I should just take the money. Like, it's cash. This is paintball hasn't been invented yet, so there's no way there's going to be a beanbag thing in there. So maybe I should just take it. And I feel like that's sympathetic. Maybe at that point in the movie, you might be like, yeah, fuck it, take it, dude. Who the fuck cares? Fuck the bank.
I'm thinking, wait, how could he have done this better? Like, what advice would I give him in the moment, or what would I do in that situation?
Yeah. He does. I think he could have a self-defense case here. He does stab somebody through the heart.
Yeah.
That was I forgot her name. She was like the one who was like dreaming of being a robber. She decides to shoot him, and he closes the distance and stabs through the heart. I think that puts him in sketchy legal territory. But then afterwards, he just starts killing.
So I was gonna ask you that, and I think we just covered it.
Yeah.
You know, in this whole death scene shakes out, and we're left with, you know, the gas station attendant Vernon comes in. He shoots bank robber 2. He unfortunately gets killed by bank robber 1, who runs out of bullets. And then it's just a knife salesman and the girl. And she tries to kill him.
Yeah.
So he knifes her. And at that point, you're right. She did try to shoot him, so he stabbed her. He's not too far gone at this point. Like, ideally, I guess my ask is, if everyone had died in that diner, would you try and make it out of there with the money? And I think my answer is like, yeah. If I
would.
If I was under that table and didn't participate in the killing, I'd be like, I'm stealing at least some of the money and I'm getting out of here.
If it was 1975, I would do it. If it was now, there's no fucking way I would get away with it, right? Like, they're gonna find like one skin cell on the ground and they're gonna think I did the whole thing. But if it's like nobody knows I'm there, I watched something horribly traumatic, and I don't think therapy was invented back then. Like, I'm gonna need something, okay? Like, so I'm gonna take the money and run.
I think
Loot.
I think the end of this movie, as much as I didn't like it as the rest of the movie because it, diverged from the simple premise, it did a good job of showing how complicated a decision like take the money and run, which is, four-letter word, actually is. Like, that decision is so complicated because, okay, take the money and run. Cool. You're stuck here. That's the premise. And so you want to get away with the money? Okay, well, then you have to get over that hurdle. Okay, guess what? The other premise is that people keep showing up. That happens. And then the other premise is that you're trying to call for help, and eventually the cops are going to find out. So are you going to stop them in time? No. Well, guess what? The cops are still going to show up. And so the constant cycle of this person, like, thinking impulsively in the moment, but then forgetting the reason why, like, the robbers were there in the first place, I thought was kind of interesting. And for me, the moment when he took the cigarettes was really great, because the only indication in the entire movie that he was trying to quit smoking was that in one shot, there wasn't like a whole separate shot for this. It was just like off to the side. He grabbed the ashtray and put it on a different table. And then at the end, he grabs the cigarettes, and you're like, oh no, man, don't do that. And then it kind of does this like cool, like almost like Michael Bay 360 shot around him, and you're like, he's doing a personality change. He's gonna get the money. And I thought that was a really cool piece of characterization. But at the end of the day, like, the whole movie, he was the audience's character. He was the guy where we were like, what would you do if you were this person? Yeah. And then he started to stray. And I that's an interesting point. I didn't think about that, the moral character getting the comeuppance. But that's definitely what happened.
Yeah.
He at most, the guy who had stolen $700,000, I think, killed 2 people. And by the end, our main character stabbed a woman in the heart, killed a new mother by shooting her in the chest.
Oh my God, that was shocking.
Beat a man in the head with a tire iron, and then ran him over. Blew up a police officer.
Yeah. Like his KD was a lot higher than everyone else there. I don't think he was expecting that going in. Did you guys think there was going to be revealed that he was a serial killer? Because his mannerisms were odd in the beginning.
They were kind of like that. Yeah, I would agree.
Like, it was.
I've seen his other movies, so I know that's kind of his acting style. And if you watch Thunder Road, which is his original like directorial debut, you can definitely, you'll be like, oh, that's just his vibe.
Okay.
But I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a reveal that he used to be like a veteran or something, and that he's nervous because he's like PTSD. That's what I thought the vibe was going to be. So I did pick up on the same thing, but he normally plays the cop in his movies, and in this one he's not. So that's kind of also threw me off.
Oh, okay, that makes. Okay, I was wondering that because I'm like, he has the knives. He's kind of like, oh, I don't know. He's kind of like being cagey about like what he's doing and shit. And so I figured he was like trying to get a new life, and it was when the violence breaks out, he was gonna jump in. But he jumped in a different way. If you guys were in this situation, would you guys take the truck?
No.
Like, his car is still there, right? Were you thinking about that? Like,
I was thinking of which car to take, but ultimately your car's left there. They know you stole another car and left with it, and then you're stuck with this other car and the money. You're essentially on the run.
Yep.
You're not going to get away with anything. The only way to get away with it is to leave in your car.
Right.
He should have taken. Quite frankly, I think the cleanest get that leaves him not in jail is taking some of the money
and putting it in his car, waiting for the cops to show up,
and that's it.
And then just driving away, because it's the 70s. They don't know how to do
some of
forensics.
the money somewhere.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Or even just honestly, like when that couple shows up and he's like, "I'm gonna give you $10,000, just like forget me or whatever." And he kind of like chickens out of that deal. Honestly, I feel like that would work because the couple would be like, okay, he's a guy, white male, 5'9" with red hair. And they're going to be like, great, we'll never fucking find this guy. Like, if he's just one state away, he'll be fine. Like, and he chickened out and he ended up killing people. Like,
I forgot until the end when the sheriff came back into the picture that the sheriff saw him that morning.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. But it's just a brief glimpse, you know? It's like 3 years later, are you going to recognize that guy? Yeah. You know, like, it's like that John Mulaney bit where it's like all he had to do is get away from a bank robbery. in like 1940 was just not physically be in the bank when the
Yeah.
cops showed up. Yeah, and so I mean, it spirals out of control, and like I feel like this movie kind of went a little too long because I think
At 90 minutes, it went too long.
yeah, I feel like a good ending would have been right after the shootout, and then he takes the keys, and then you're trying to wonder how he's gonna do it, right? Like I just feel like to lead it farther, and it goes into a chase. He runs out of gas. The cop finds him. I mean, it's entertaining to watch, but I feel like it kind of undermined just a little bit of the tension and the pacing that I was feeling in the movie.
I think it would have been difficult for me at that point to have. There would have been absolutely zero character development. You'd have to
Yeah.
completely change the start of this if you end it after that shootout. And maybe that's fine, but like I think this story is obviously like at some level trying to be a commentary of what somebody who we consider morally good would do given these circumstances. And if you don't explore that in the latter half, and I mean I guess the finality of, you know, making those poor decisions, then you're missing maybe some of it. I was caught so off guard when everyone died. And then I was doubly caught off guard when even more people died. And only the deputy and a baby are left. And
Sequel.
that portion of it made me like it completely subverted my expectations. I didn't know what to expect. I doubly did not expect that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that for me.
I think
is
that's
a
what they're
little
going
bit
for
of a bonus.
too, because it's an indie movie, you know. And if you have this indie movie where it's like, oh, everybody's stuck at this one location, and then there's a big shootout at the end, and like, okay, that makes sense. You're a low budget indie movie, you can't do anything else. But then like to make it into an actual, like, there's this expectation when you make it into an actual feature that there is like a full story and there's an ending and a third act and everything. And so I think that's another reason why they were going for it, is this was a self-contained full story with a beginning and an end, and you were supposed to follow that one character. I agree with Jace that, in my opinion, maybe I would have left it more on a cliffhanger, more on leave it open ending about what happened to the guy, but spend longer to get there and do more character background about how each person got there, like we got with that one group of side characters. So instead of having people roll up to the diner and have that instant be like a bit of addition to the suspense, we can drag that suspense out and give each group of characters a scene where before they get to the diner, and then we'll be like, oh, when are those people going to show up? Oh, they're showing up. I know they have a gun because I saw it in this previous scene, and things like that. And then I feel like, especially the guy at the end, the guy with the truck, we barely even knew his name. We didn't know anything about him. He ended up being kind of a badass.
I liked biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. But I feel like something where a character's not in the movie for only a couple minutes, I think it would have done a lot better. And then that could be an hour and a half movie, and you don't have to have this 30-minute long exodus at the end.
I think that could add a lot to this movie. There were things I think I liked the premise. There was some things about the execution I just didn't like.
The like transition, the shots. I feel like the artistic direction of it adds a lot of time. They're like, quite frankly, a lot of them are like blurred shot with main character in it, zoom into focus, and that takes 15 seconds as opposed to actually,
the content
telling story. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then that's like something too that you get out of an indie movie where there's a script that's only so many pages long and you need to make it 90 minutes to get distributed.
Fair.
You have to like add like, oh shit, I want to take this scene out, but that puts us at 128. Okay, well then we'll extend the intro to these shots or the outro. I did like some of the cinematography in this movie actually quite a bit. And for an indie movie, like, it's quite well shot. Some of them there were these partial overheads before everything hit the fan. Every character got like a partial overhead shot. You know, this booth, knife salesman. This booth, it's the bank robbers. At the counter, it's this couple. At the table, it's the old couple, and one guy's napping. And then there's another one in the back. And then it, switches to like we see the gun in the purse. We see the knives on the wall. And I really liked that aspect of this movie where they were showing instead of telling. But I do agree. Yeah, there's the pacing issue. I think it's funny that it's an hour and a half movie that had pacing issues.
Yeah, I agree. What are Scottish twins? Sorry, they mentioned that in the movie.
I have no clue.
They mentioned. Okay, all right. I was
Did you
wondering about
Google
that. I did, and it says 2 siblings who were born in Scotland. Thanks, Google AI. That's a good.
That's probably not.
Oh, thanks, Google AI.
That's a good use of 2 gallons of water. I was wondering about the coffee scene briefly. I don't want to go over time, but there's a scene where it's kind of a good scene, I think, where the waitress is trying to warn her husband, who's the sheriff, about the people in there, right? And so she pours like a whole thing of sugar straight into the coffee. And my first thought was like she was making coffee for the bank robbers and was trying to poison them with sugar.
Oh,
or like
what?
Or try to throw them off their game or something. I didn't think that was for her husband, so I was kind of like
the
confused.
guy came in and ordered 3 coffees for the people at the sheriff's. We had a whole scene about how they were gonna go order coffee at the diner. And then we get there, they order coffee. She makes 3 coffees for them, and you thought it was for somebody else.
I thought it was for the bank robbers. But then she writes help, right?
Yeah.
In Sharpie underneath the lid. Oh shit, because he drinks the nasty coffee. He's like, what the fuck? Takes the lid off and you'll see help on it. Yeah. Hopefully it's not upside down, because then it'll say Del.
Pleb.
And he's like, pleb? That means nothing. He'll throw it away.
Why am I married to this woman for 17 years?
And then the younger sheriff comes in, right, at the same time, or someone else, they bump into each other, right? He spills the coffee all over himself. But this guy has 3 scalding cups of coffee spilled all over his body, and he's like fine.
Yeah,
right?
No,
like,
he's not instantly fine. There's a whole scene about it.
Numb, man.
It's that like guy's second-degree burns. Like,
yeah, but they're making a whole big deal about
you?
Whose fault it was. It wasn't like nothing. I agree that it would be hot, but
he should have been burning.
They didn't act like it was hot at all. I would agree.
No, they act like that was cold prop water.
He was just like, oh my god. Coffee on my shirt. I don't get thanked. Yeah. I'm a deputy. I did like after that he came back in and he was like, like da 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 da. Nice guy. And then he turns to the knife salesman. He's like, you had a front row seat to it. What'd you see? And you're like, oh Jesus Christ. He's like, just fucking with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
His energy change after that scene was really funny. Where he's just like throwing the towel at that guy disrespectfully and like telling him to open the door for him. I don't know, dude. Like, you ever had fucking freshly made coffee spilled on you? It burns.
I've been burned. I've had it spilled on my
vaporized
on my sensitive areas. Yeah, no, it burns.
Your nipples?
Yeah, let's go with that.
This is like, you remember that McDonald's coffee story that everyone like?
Oh yeah, I know the McDonald's coffee story.
Millions of dollars. Yeah.
She actually like burned her.
No, it was
like,
really bad.
the
coffee was too hot.
Yeah,
and she just wanted her medical expenses paid, and it disfigured her permanently.
Yeah,
and it was terrible. And then she got a lot more money because they felt so bad for her. And then everybody's
right. Yeah, they're just like, oh wow,
we love McDonald's.
You thought the coffee wasn't hot? What an idiot!
It says hot coffee on the lid.
You should be expecting 300 degrees of plasma. Anyways, they should have burned. I'm saying his clothes should have vaporized. Should we get into the meters for this movie?
Okay, I want to say so. I had a dream about this movie last night. So I watched it last night, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was just thinking about the heist scene. And then when I fell asleep, I had a dream that I was trying to siphon gas from one car into another, and I knew it was like dream state because the truck was there, and I had to get. I was like, how is this better? And then I picked up my car that was the car, and I just like. Instead of putting into he used little gas cans. I just moved the car so that the gas tanks were next to each other, and I was like, okay, I'll siphon the gas directly from one tank to another. And then it was just like it was outside of the motel, and then a hallway that felt like a sanitary, like kitchen-esque hallway, and there was a bucket with multiple hoses in it, and I took the wrong hose. It was like a hose with like a diameter like this big. Okay, and I was like also panicking. I was like, I gotta get the gas out. I think because I had seen the movie, I was like, I gotta get the gas out of the truck into my car beforehand. And I go over there and I started siphoning, but it's a tube that's like 3 millimeters wide.
Tiny,
so it's like dribbling out. And I'm like, oh fuck. And I think I woke up like right after that. But
you were sweaty, probably.
Oh my god! And then I kissed Sonic. And we just like kept kissing, and it started getting heated.
Talking. Yeah, you lost me on all the siphoning stuff, Jace, but the kissing Sonic was really great.
It seems like he should have had super strength, like you said, Jace, and moved the car next to thing for the site, so he wouldn't have spilled so much on the ground. Maybe he would have had a little more gas.
Well, I really wasn't anticipating the gas tank being behind the,
flap, the license plate.
which is cool.
Cool car.
I don't know.
Actually got fooled by the Chekhov's Pinto. I thought we had a Chekhov's gun where the Pinto was. We were shown the back bumper was all crumpled, and we were at a gas station. And Pintos notoriously explode when they're rear-ended.
Oh,
What?
That's why they stopped making Pintos. It's a huge thing.
Well,
That's
just-
like one of the most famous car recall things ever is that Pintos fucking explode when they get rear-ended.
Why don't they make him not do that?
yeah.
Exactly. And so
To get rid of the button
the
that
rear
makes
bumper is all crumpled. And I was like, "Oh my god,
It's gonna explode.
this is gonna explode at some point."
No
and
gas.
it never did. Oh, yeah,
no gas. That's what. You guys want to do meters?
What are we measuring?
Heist meter? Would this be on the heist season?
Kind of heisty.
Diner meter?
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Ugh.
What? It's enough of a heist movie where we can put it in that category and rate it against them.
Yeah.
It might score low. I'm not saying it's going to score high in the heist meter, but it could definitely be put on the heist meter. It's not like we're watching Shark Tale.
Mm.
Heist movie?
Yeah.
I love a Shark Tale watch.
Pretty heisty. Okay. Heist. I think the heist fails clearly. I would say that tension is high in this movie, and if I'm gonna watch a heist movie, I think I like that I don't know what's gonna happen next. I'd probably give it like a 4
On the heist meter?
On the heist meter. Not a
4
lot
bags.
of traveling. All happens in one location. I like my heist movies to have, like a lot of different places. It's got to be a planning room.
Yeah.
Why
What
the
else,
fuck
Jace?
Did I have to rate this on a heist meter? I'm gonna give it a 4. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 3 on the heist meter. I agree. I mean, it would have been nice to have a scene of the heist or like at least a getaway scene. But we got the goods. There's money involved. There's also a partial heist of him trying to steal the money at the very end. Yeah, 3. I think it's good. There's all this talk about bank robberies. It's no heat.
Yeah.
Someone could have robbed the diner. You never know. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
If
Yeah.
somebody robbed that diner with all those dead people in it, that'd be the most fucked up thing in the world.
There's $2.75 in the register. Man, this is okay. Like my heist meter, it's usually I like those scenes where like they talk to the crowd with a gun. They're like, "All right, everybody, nobody be a fucking hero." They kind of had that scene in this movie in the diner. I love those scenes. I love seeing how people handle that shit. And I think that older guy who is the bank robber, I think he was kind of fun in this movie. Like that
Yeah.
gravelly voice. He was kind of good.
He had that one scene where he flipped a switch.
Yeah. No C4 charges in this movie. I like heist movies where they put the C4 clay on the side of the door and they blow it up. I think that looks cool. They have a bag of money scene. I think that's going to be important. No paintball going off in someone's face. This might be dependent on the era this was filmed. There's no team scene where they're like, this guy's the hacker, this guy's the gunman, this guy's the driver. I think it was just 2 guys. Not good. Getaway car was there, but it had a lot of people heisting each other too in this movie. People were heisting the heisters, and the heist other guy was heisting the heister who was heisting.
That is true. And the crowbar, they tried to heist with the heist in the middle of the heist without getting heisted caught.
There was a couple heists in this movie. I'm giving it a 2. It's not a heist movie.
Wow, my 4 feels ridiculous now. Our fans are gonna think I'm an idiot. They didn't.
All right, movie meter.
Movie meter. After waking up, I think I'm set on like a 7. Good movie. I would recommend it to people. Again, like subverted my expectations. That scene where pretty much everybody dies on such like a low cast count, like threw me for a loop. And I feel like I'm the type of person that's like, oh yeah, I want Charlotte to live. Charlotte died. Charlotte is.
Oh my
Charlotte's
god! I did
gone.
not expect that. I expected her to at least be like alive at the very end. Like,
I did too.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
that was tough. Yeah.
Yeah, the tension was palpable. The music was like dun 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 dun, and I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? But I think it's like missing something, or maybe the genre itself isn't my cup of tea. I can't tell what it's missing, but it's got a good flavor of a 7 from
Good flavor.
biscuits and gravy made fresh
Sorry, I forgot
yesterday.
next.
Yeah.
Jace, that quote is actually like my favorite. It it evokes my favorite scene in like any movie ever. One of my favorites, because you guys know my favorite scene is in No Country for Old Men, and there's a scene where Tommy Lee Jones goes to like his old friend's house in the middle of nowhere, and he's like destitute, poor, you know, like really not doing great health wise, and it's really sad. And he points. They ask essentially. Tommy Lee Jones asks if the coffee's, you know, if he can have some coffee, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I made a pot fresh last week." And coffee, and Tommy like turns it, like puts it back down, and that does so much world building. Like that, those little interactions do so much for the world that, like in this movie, she thinks that biscuits made yesterday are fresh. That's like great. That's terrific. That says so much about the characters and the location than any actual descriptive like monologue or narration ever could. Ultimately, I watched this movie in the day, you know, with my breakfast, and that was a good choice. I could see being more disappointed with this movie if you like made this about your night. But like it's 3:14 p.m. right now. I've already watched this movie. I played Zelda for like 2 hours. And I gave my dog a bath and botched it, and now I recorded a podcast episode about it, and I'm doing fine. And it's Super Bowl Sunday, so like we're chilling. I'm gonna give this movie an 8.
An 8.
It was a great day for a 90-minute movie. I'm a 90-minute guy. You guys know that.
90-minute
about me.
Ryan. Yeah.
Only one. We're talking about movies, and in this movie, I think it's fine. You have some stuff you want to improve. I want to improve the ending. I want to maybe make it actually a little bit longer, at least to build up longer. Yeah, but you can have an 8 if you're an indie movie and you're this good. Like, go, hell yeah! I judge everybody on their own scale.
Wow, you gave this movie the dog curve.
Yeah, there's a dog in it, so fuck yeah.
Yeah, we should have done the dog meter. Fuck. Yeah, I mean. You guys probably saw, or maybe you didn't, the director here, Sam Raimi, saw this movie and was so impressed that he reached out to the director to do a new Evil Dead movie.
Oh, wow.
So this movie did get him a bit of attention. I'll be like, me dedicating my night to this, that made this movie watch a little more rough. So when I was initially watching this thing, I think the acting, look, I'm not saying I could do a better job, all right? I think these guys are doing what they can. I did not like the acting in this movie.
Really?
It was really stiff. It felt like kind of awkward conversation, and I see this sometimes in indie movies where all the pieces are there to make a really good scene, but the actors seem like a little too hungry. Like they want to do all these mannerisms and kind of like overact. They're kind of scratching and they're looking around and they're kind of trying to give like certain accents and say things like kind of in a way that's really dramatic. And I think everyone was just a little too wet in this movie, particularly the scene between like I forgot the waitress character's name and the
Charlotte.
knife salesman. That scene where they're kind of explaining their characters, I feel like it needed another pass or something. Like I feel like that it was just really uncomfortable for me to watch, and I was just like, great, this movie's not going to be something enjoyable for me. It won me back with where it all kind of goes to shit though, like where the guns come out. I was like, oh, this is unexpected. Like this premise is actually interesting. And I think everyone being stuck at a gas station, like in the middle of nowhere, I think that's cool. Like the tension, everything there. I think you got a good movie in here. I think, like I said, execution I had some problems with. With that said, like you guys mentioned, I mean, this movie is kind of like worth watching just to see the journey that it goes on. We had a good discussion based on watching it, but this thing is not usually my cup of tea. Like I usually don't like movies like this. I'm gonna say a 4 for me to be a little bit of a Debbie Downer, but I'm glad I watched it. I'll say that. Like I think this was an entertaining watch. It's just not a Denali movie.
That's fine. I think what makes it better for me is I love a genre movie, and I like the idea of different people taking on the same premise and doing it in their own style, and that's why I love slashers, because I think all slashers are the same movie, just done differently. And when there's a new slasher, I'm like, oh, cool. How is this one going to do the same thing? I'm not guessing about how it's going to end. And
Not
so
Jason
this
X.
is like a...
Spaceship
I've
thing.
seen other indie movies that have tried this and been a lot worse, so I get it. But
I don't watch many fucking indie movies, so
it needs a Channing
Temple
Tatum
of
coming
Doom?
out of the floorboards with a shotgun
happen in
halfway
Moonlight.
through it.
Yeah.
it was fucking hilarious how it was so hot in there and there was no AC and bank robber number 2 who's Damn, I still don't know. It's like pulling napkins. It's like
That was disgusting, man.
so, and like everybody in that place is like greasy and like has
Yeah.
sweat coming down their
And
face.
after everybody dies, the AC just for some reason turns back on.
Were you guys thinking when the AC turned back on, you're like, oh, good, it's
Charlie
not going to
was-
smell as bad?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no, I thought Charlie's back, and he walked around the back and was fixing it, and then didn't hear anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about 12 bodies in Arizona heat in a diner.
It's the 70s. Their heat is not like
Right.
our heat.
It's not. Yeah, the hot for Arizona in the 70s
was
is like 65.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
I was wondering about sorry, I'm talking about the movie again, but like the actor, like the couple that shows up after the shootout, right?
Mhm.
And like the actor he goes into the diner, right? And he has this big moment where he has to act like he just walked into a diner where 12 people are just scattered everywhere. There's bullets. And I'm like, that's a heavy lift. And I'm like, that's a big scene to sell. And like I think he kind of goes in and he's just like, oh my God, oh Jesus Christ, and he like walks out. I think he did a good job, but I was just wondering, like, that's a big lift as an actor.
That's a
Like, how do
vomiter. You
Yeah, how
be
do you
like,
even
be like,
act?
hold on.
Is that you eating
Yeah.
That's me.
six bananas
That's
from
me-
Crafty?
It's me housing a tomato and
Jace, that was half our budget. You can't do that every time. Didn't Jake have this thing where he said if you eat 2 bananas and drink a 2-liter of Sprite, you'll throw up?
yeah, you can't.
No
you'll
shit.
projectile.
Okay, yeah, okay. Also, if you eat a pile of horse shit, you'll probably throw up.
But that was like his formula where he was like, you'll projectile vomit.
No
Guaranteed.
fucking
If you
shit.
do-
Yeah, I think he
It's not
tried
that
to get
hard.
people to do that as a
It's
challenge
not that,
multiple
that's
times.
not that hard.
I remember he kept mentioning it. Like, you gotta get that kid back on the show. He can defend himself. I feel like we've done a couple Jake stories that he hasn't been able to defend himself. Ryan, it's your pick next week.
So I've been thinking about it. I don't have a movie right now. I've been watching all the Studio Ghibli movies for the first time in my life. I'm like going
great.
through them, and so I might pick one of those I haven't seen yet, or I might pick like another one. I'm gonna try and find it on streaming because I'm giving up Prime.
Nice. Fuck him. Yeah. Okay. Well, let us know, Ryan,
Okay.
and we'll.
Yeah.
It's a secret. You guys don't know what we're gonna watch.
It's a sequel.
Thanks for joining us. First of all, do you want to do a piece of heist advice?
Oh, heist advice. Yeah, I'll take heist.
Yeah.
I'll take heist advice.
Rhubarb.
Never.
Sits,
Under?
My
but
When?
we
drive
Recklessly.
away.
from. You have an easy out here, Jace.
Yuma.
I think that's it. What do you want? Why is everybody looking at me now? That was
You
it.
could say more. You could say more, Ryan.
County?
Nice.
Bored.
No. Education.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. When.
No.
No. 2 hours later.
We do a whole